Ahoy, Mr. Watson. Can you hear me now? This is Alexander Bell speaking to you from 5 Exeter Place on March 10th, 1876. Ahoy! It talks! Mr. Bell! Mr. Bell, I heard you! I heard your voice!
Thanks to Mr. Bell's invention, a totally new industry hatched: telecommunications, forever changing the way people communicate. Now, what greets you at the other end can be anything.
This is Captain Jean-Luc Picard of the USS Enterprise.
Captain, we are being hailed.
Yes, I know that data, but what could it be? A phone call?
Perhaps it is scanning us.
But is it alive? It is a life form and it has intelligence.
How do you know, sir?
It's trying to communicate with us.
Oh, the message after the tone.
The teleservice industry has survived over 100 years in a very fast-moving high-tech world for only one reason. They're a perfect blend, a personalized touch of an enlightened human merged with the accuracy, speed, and sophistication of the computer. Which is great, but computers don't always think.
I'm sorry, that number has been changed. The new number is not listed in our records. It's unpublished, not printed. You can't have it. I won't give it to you. Please make a note of it.
And therein lies the problem for businesses everywhere. There's nothing like a thinking answering machine, one with a human inside it. Teleservices today goes way beyond just taking messages. That's for machines. Answering services today are enhancing businesses in virtually any field, allowing better service.
We're not just the answering service. That's the old perception. Technology is pervasive in our society now and growing ever more rapidly. But an answering service always gives that personal touch. We're always there. It's a real person who can make an intelligent decision about the situation that you're calling about.
An answering service is a problem-solving, highly trained receptionist that can handle personalized communications for people. They deal with a very humorous situation to a very crisis scenario where they may be dealing with a client who's actually calling a psychiatrist who is contemplating suicide, all the way from someone who is calling to schedule a reservation to go to a concert. The scenarios go from one extreme to another, and you have to be able to have highly trained receptionists that can handle the diversification that happens on a minute-to-minute-to-minute basis. You never have any idea what's going to happen at any given moment when you pick up that phone call.
When you have an emergency and you call your plumber or your lawyer, your air conditioner man, your vet, a battered woman shelter, even your grandmother with Alzheimer's so advanced her calls need to be monitored so she can be protected by professionals who understand her situation, then you're frequently reaching an answering service.
Why do we want to belong to ATSI? Because there is a sense of camaraderie, there is assistance, there is knowledge, there is expertise that is shared at a level that there is no place else that you're going to get that kind of information. Let me tell you about my experience. When I was a young lady, very suddenly, my father died. I was 6 months away from moving a business. I did not know the first thing about dealing with the phone company, about handling all of the things that were involved in moving my site. I called up 3 members of ATSI who I knew that my father knew. Each one of them invited me to their offices. They gave me the opportunity to see how they functioned. They taught me about their business philosophy. And I spent days with these people learning about the business in a way that I would never have experienced if it had not been for that kind of association membership. Based on what I learned in those several days of visiting with these 3 individuals, I have grown my business and succeeded. And today, we are proud to be 60 years old.
The professional, calm, behind-the-scenes administrators that get so many routine things done that we take for granted. From scheduling appointments after hours, taking reservations, or directing calls to a suicide prevention center. These are the front people.
Okay, let me go ahead and schedule that appointment for you.
I'll process that right away. Thank you for calling.
And I'm calling. I have Dr. Sanders on the line. He's wishing to speak to Dr. Faison.
And what is your emergency?
It will be my pleasure. May I have your name, please?
Inmediatamente la conecto con el doctor.
Would you like to speak to the on-call doctor?
I will have him return your call as soon as he checks in.
Thank you for calling.
When people call business, they're usually looking for information, someone with some answers. And that's what teleservices is.